it's Danielle and Elise here from Harcourts in Carrum Downs. How you going, Elise?
I'm good. How are you?
Hanging in there.
I know, I miss you so much.
I can't sit still, so this has been absolutely crazy for me. I've dyed my hair pink.
I know, it looks so good.
Elise and I are here. We put our feelers out there, and a few of our friends and buyers have asked us what our top tips are for first home buyers. So we just wanted to make a quick video, reach out to you all and hopefully answer some of your questions. So I guess our tip number one would be go find a broker.
100%. That is, I mean, we hear each other on the phone in the office all the time talking to buyers, and we always say, do you have a broker? There are so many reasons why you should have a broker. We won't go through them all right now, but the main reason is because they run through your finances with a fine-tooth comb, and they assist you in making better choices where needed in order to secure the best loan for you. So, for example, our broker, Josh, he'll run through things like small outgoings, your afterpay accounts, your Netflix accounts, your car insurance. These are all things that the banks will look at, and if you've been paying your car insurance for however long, you may not have updated it in a while and you may be spending too much. Just a tip. So this will affect your lending capability and serviceability to your loan. So you are also locked into one bank when you're just going from bank to bank to bank. It can be a little bit disheartening getting pushed back on an application and having to go through the process all over again. So a good broker might actually apply with multiple banks to ensure that you get pre-approved in a timely manner and also have a backup plan. So we'll go through this in a bit more detail with Josh in another video. We've reached out to him and he's happy to have a bit of a chat to us. So if there are any questions that you guys have for him, please let us know, because we'll put them all in a quick video like this one. And our number two tip would probably be a conveyancer.
Yes, I had no idea what a conveyancer was when I bought my first house. It was actually my broker who asked me, who's your conveyancer? I was like, come again? What's that? So anyway, they essentially look after your contract of sale once you've purchased a home, but they're also there to assist you before you purchase a home. So if you are given a contract by a real estate agent, they can be quite daunting. Like, it's a thick document, it's all very official, and you're about to sign away $500,000. You want to know what's in that contract. And I know for me, I'll skim over it and tell you all the basics you need to know. But there's also things in there that your conveyancer will let you know, such as, are you in a bushfire prone area? And that's what conveyancers help you out with. They also make sure, you know, your settlement's booked in, all those little things. So all you need to worry about is packing up and moving home. The conveyancer will take all the stress off your shoulders. So tip number two, find a conveyancer. We're happy to recommend one, and I'm sure any other real estate agent, you want to find one that works well with real estate agents and brokers, because that's the people who need to liaise with them. So our tip number three is doing research, which is the whole journey.
Yeah, 100%. And one of the other questions that we had, which was whether or not to buy a house in a low value area or unit in a high value area. So this is where the research comes into it. It all depends on your reason for purchasing as well as your lending capability. So you may be purchasing to have an investment for 3 years. Obviously, being first home buyers, you generally have to live in it for 12 months, depending on your situation. And then you want to have it maybe as an investment for a long time. So when you're looking at buying property based on increasing value over time, generally established homes with 3 or more bedrooms will increase in value faster than units and townhouses will. So do your research on suburbs, see what is sort of the next up and coming suburb in whatever area you're looking in along the peninsula. Would highly recommend Frankston North for anybody looking. But check out what suburbs are sort of gaining a bit more interest and values coming back into the area, and go from there. It's obviously not going to work for you if you're someone that maybe works in the city, wants a peninsula lifestyle, has $550,000 or pre-approved up to that amount, and catches sort of the train into the city every day. You want to purchase somewhere around maybe Seaford or Frankston, which will get you a townhouse or a unit, not essentially a home. So that's the main part of the research that you need to do before you actually start this whole process. And the last question that we got was extra costs associated with buying a new home. So I'll let the homeowner answer that question, I think.
Yes, so I've just sold and purchased my second home. So, second time in, I also work in the industry, and even I need to start writing a list of all these extra things that keep popping up. But they're not so bad. You just need to make sure that you have that money set aside because a lot of the costs are upfront. So, you will need to pay your conveyancer. You will need to pay a building and pest company. They will come along and check out the home for you. That's also another upfront cost. We recommend getting your homes cleaned, especially now with coronavirus. And also, you've got your packing fees, you've got insurance. The second you secure that home, you need to get that house insured. You don't want it burning down and not having it covered. So there's so many other things that you need to make sure you have a buffer for. So even though you might have a solid $60,000 to $70,000 sitting in your bank account and you think, ripper, that's going to go towards my next house, realistically, you're probably only going to put 55,000 of that towards your next house. So yeah, like I said, I'm still finding out things. Husband just came home with all these packing stuff, and I'm like, what's this for? So yeah, fun times.
Yeah, and it's not something you really know until you go through the process, and everyone's process is still different. These are just the basic things that we deal with, because all of your extra costs associated with buying a home, real estate agents, we don't deal with that. We don't actually help you through that process. Those are things you need to know through a conveyancer, a broker. And the amount of times you and I are on the phone and we've just done a deal and we go, right, send me your conveyancer's information, and they go, oh, I don't have one. And we're like, well, where am I meant to send your contract? Who's going to sit there and tell you your building and pest is due today, and all these things? So it's really, really important to understand what you need and what they're going to cost, because there's a surprise around every corner with purchasing homes.
Yeah, and if you guys have any questions or want us to elaborate any more on what we've discussed, just leave a comment or send us a message. We're happy to answer any questions. There are no dumb questions. We rather you ask questions than just assume and then think, oh, it wasn't that bad actually.
Yeah.
But like Elise said, we're going to have our office broker having a chat with us, Josh Bartlett. He's helped out a few of us actually with our finances. And we're also going to have Lynette Landy. She's going to be talking to us at some stage about how you can get your home ready for sale. So that's going to be good for people thinking of selling. But we hope you enjoyed this, and we look forward to seeing you all soon when lockdown's over.
Thanks, guys.